There are thought criminals who maintain that the resistance is not real. Believe me, Winston, it is very real. Perhaps you're not familiar with how it operates.
I'm attentive to the news.
Indeed. And perhaps you imagine a huge network of conspirators prepared to commit any atrocity to demoralize and weaken the order of our society. The reality is infinitely more subtle. If Goldstein himself fell into the hands of the thought police, he could not give them a list of his agents. Such a list does not exist. They are not an organization in the sense we know. Nothing holds it together but an idea. There is no possibility of change in their lifetime. In the face of the thought police, they cannot act collectively.
Followers believe that a cabal of pedophiles runs the United States. They control the media, Hollywood, and politicians, and the only person that can stop them is Donald Trump. Hi.
Hey Steph, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing excellently.
Travis View has been researching this phenomenon since its early days.
The most far out of these beliefs say that celebrities and political elites actually farm children in underground caves so that they can drink blood, which supposedly staves off aging.
QAnon has become a sort of cult of President Trump, and in the months since the pandemic, it's seen a surge in its appeal.
Someone who's got JFK on their arm. 9/11 was an inside job. People in our government who are working towards a deep state, who are trying to keep us controlled.
Children are being harvested. Children are being farmed for adrenochrome by celebrities and politicians.
What is this shit?
That stuff makes pure mescaline seem like ginger beer, man. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
Not outlandish at all. Reptilian aliens, the Epstein connection. MK Ultra is a huge one.
This is conspiracy overload for me. I'm not sure I'm ready for it.
Okay, Mr. Sloth. Okay. Now, we've all seen it. It's a left and a right problem. So you can't say us, and I can't say y'all. It's we. We've got a problem. What is the problem, brother? Let me know. Mr. Sloth, you have. Tell it as it is.
Are you saying that the right and the left has a problem?
Yes, it is an American problem. Thankfully. That people who don't feel like they're connected, from what I got, people who don't feel like they're connected, they lean a little bit, but they don't feel really connected to it. They said most of the people weren't even really into politics before, and now it's like boom. And now they're feeling reached out to, I guess. Maybe they were ignored by the establishment, and now they're feeling important, feeling listened to, feeling engaged.
When we look at the definition of conspiracy theory, let's just define that real quick for our listeners, just in case.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about a belief that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or event.
Right.
Are we satisfied with that? Let's be satisfied
That was mad
with that.
broad. We satisfied though, so it's broad. Conspiracy is broad. That's real broad.
When we're talking conspiracy theories in 2020, 2021, the most popular conspiracy theories, the ones that people are reacting to, I think it's pretty obvious that it's related to the right. And yeah, so let's not get it confused. I'm not trying to do a right versus left thing. Everybody is susceptible, yes?
Yes.
Everybody can fall for a conspiracy theory. People get sucked in, right? Okay.
Anybody can get it.
Look, bro, I made sure I didn't wear socks, all right? So I'm ready.
I see. I got my hat.
Don't wear socks, dog.
I got my hat. I'm good.
Yeah, you're protected. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Here we go. I don't care. As long as it doesn't drive anybody to violence, this is America, brother. You can believe whatever cockamamie thing in the world is. I don't care. I don't care. As long as it doesn't have you running up and trying to shoot somebody or peel somebody's lizard skin off or whatever the heck. I don't care what you believe, man. I don't care.
What do you feel are the pros? What do you think? What are the positives of believing in conspiracy theories?
One of the positives is people are being engaged. They're paying attention. They're at least paying attention. Mr. Hamilton said, You know what I'm saying? You have your republic as long as you can keep it. And everyone knows government's only as good as the people paying attention. And if no one's paying attention, well, that's how good it is. But right now, everybody's paying attention, you know, whatever. I mean, if it makes you, sometimes it's good, you know. People go more natural, you know, they start getting gardens, you know, that's good. They start walking, they start making their own clothes, you know, whatever. I don't know, maybe they watch less TV, go outside some more.
That was your pro. So let me hear the cons of believing in conspiracy theories.
A lot. You know, not taking certain medicines, you know what I mean? Someone can take it the wrong way. You know, there's 365 million of them. That means there might be at least 3 people that might hear, you know, I don't know, just random off the head, you know, hey, let's go down there and show them that we're angry and let our voices be heard. We're not going to go down with a fight. And some people heard that and thought it was time to rush the doors and run into the Capitol and start beating people up. Nah, that means, you know, go to your local people and start knocking on doors and getting signatures and getting people registered for your side and paying attention and stuff like that. That's what that means. Doesn't mean try to get AOC, but she was safe. She was like in a building 5 miles away. But it's not the point. The point is, we don't need AOC to feel like we're coming for her. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. We need her chilling out, making her videos or whatever food she's making, her little dances and stuff like that.
I'm going to disagree.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm going to disagree because I think there is a time to rush the doors. And it doesn't have to be inspired by conspiracy theories.
Oh, snap.
It could be inspired by truth, right?
It
could be inspired by protest, right? So
okay. See, he tried to do that. Right. Because you know he's got to bring some cover for his peaceful protest that they had over the summer. Oh, I know cities can't wait for more peaceful protests from BLM and Antifa. I know it.
So let me. You know, I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole with you because I think we already know I got that argument. Okay, so I looked at an article from Psychology Today. Psychology Today looked at it today. It's called "Why Do People Believe in Conspiracy Theories?" It says researchers found that the reasons for believing in conspiracy theories can be grouped into 3 categories. 1, the desire for understanding and certainty. 2, the desire for control and security. 3, the desire to maintain a positive self-image. It says you may offer counter evidence. You know, like if you're in a conversation with somebody who is into conspiracy theories, say you're at a holiday dinner, right? You know, maybe you know it's Uncle Joe, right? Uncle Joe is he didn't go to the Capitol, but he's got a friend that did, right? Anyway, he's spouting off his conspiracy theories, right? Right. It says you may offer counter evidence in an attempt to convince Uncle Joe to give up his conspiracy theories, but you're unlikely to succeed. This is because you're arguing facts while Uncle Joe is defending his sense of security and his positive feelings about himself. And for all of us, self-image trumps facts every time. Self-image trumps facts every time. I found this article to be really good. I think it's a much longer conversation, but you know, in 2020, talk about the myth of certainty, right? Who knew that COVID was going to come about? All of a sudden, we were like, what is the future? Right? Future was sort of shooken up. We didn't know what to do. And even before that, when Trump took office in 2016, there was a lot of like, oh, well, what, the future doesn't feel certain. What are we doing? The desire for control and security. I mean, with the increase in social media, we find ourselves engaging about politics, about religion, just current events in general. And we want a sense of control. We want to have beliefs. We want to have an opinion. We want to be a part of the conversation. Fear of missing out. FOMO to YOLO, right? I think a lot of people, they want to be a part of the conversation. They want to connect, but they're also feeling a little bit insecure. Maybe they haven't had these conversations. Maybe they don't know what sources to go to for the information. So they just roll with what they got, and sometimes they get it wrong, right? To seek understanding, to seek certainty, to seek control and security, you may latch onto these conspiracy theories, and you may double and triple down. And what happens is when you do that, it's self-defeating, because facts are facts. Right? And if you hold on so tight, you're just going to go down with the ship. It's a bad position for people to be in when believing conspiracy theories.
Okay, can I read you something? We're talking about definitions here. Let's play a little game. I'm gonna read you the definitions, and I'll give you two chances to guess what I'm talking about here. A pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance. A particular system of understanding, the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. What am I talking about? What word am I what is the definition? What is the word I'm defining? It sounds like conspiracy, right? It's religion. A pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance. Okay, that's religion. That's a conspiracy theory too. There's how many religions are there? And see, if religion was cut and dry, there'd be one. But there's more than one. So people have as you would put it, a conspiracy as to how we got here, or a conspiracy of who was looking out for them, or a conspiracy of what's controlling it. And we call that religion. If you have a song about it, and a bunch of you go into a building, and you gotta do some songs about it, and somebody goes up there and gets hot and heavy and sweaty, and that's the work they do, and you give them money, then it's called a religion. It's all good, brother. But once you take out, I don't know, virgins having babies and guys on flying carpets up into heaven, and you put in Democrat or Republican or United States government, whoa, now it's dangerous. Now we're dealing with the
thought criminals.
I think you might have just described a cult.
No, it's religion. If that's what it says, religion. It's Google religion.
Well, look, I mean, some religions can be cultish, right? But you know, I mean, look, I mean, if we're going to discuss religion, that's huge. I mean, we can connect it to the historical side of things, right?
No, we're not going to discuss religion.
No, we're not.
No, we're not going to do that.
No, I just want to hang out on my tree, chill, a little bit slow, take a nap every once in a while, you know. And I'll be honest, I mean, sometimes I find it entertaining. You know, it's just, you know, I remember back in the day, you would go food shopping and you're putting your food up there for the lady to ring it up, and they would have that newspaper, was it the National Enquirer?
Oh, that was the bomb, man.
And you know, it'd be like
Space alien revealed as head of Time Warner, reports stock increase. Yeah, I saw one time that said, the next week the world is ending. And in the next week's paper, they said, we were miraculously saved at the 0 hour by a koala fish mutant bird. They print any kind of shit in this paper.
I feel like social media can be somewhat like the National Enquirer. You know, I mean, social media is a tool. If you hold it right, it becomes a weapon, right? You can also use it in a way to build. You can also use it in a way to destroy. You can use that tool, the internet, social media, you can use it however you want, right? But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like there aren't many pros for believing in conspiracy theories. It's self-defeating, it's misinformation, you mislead people. I'm sure that the children that grow up around us, we want them to be educated. We want them to be based in fact, based in truth, you know?
Facts. That's a fact. But again, it's your truth, right? And if you feel that, you know what, I'm glad. I want people to think that 9/11 was an inside job. You know what it does? It makes people want to freaking, if enough people are, I don't know, distrusting of the government, maybe we can get an audit of the military. Maybe we can get an audit of the CIA. Wouldn't that be wonderful to see how the CIA spends its money?
But you know what's interesting is that you'll have people that, okay, they'll go with a conspiracy, right? You know, say 9/11 was an inside job. Maybe Hurricane Katrina was created by the government.
Right, stuff like that.
You know, Tom Hanks is eating little babies.
Adrenochrome.
But what's interesting is these same people have difficulty believing that we live in a capitalist system that is built off the backs of the working poor. Somehow they can't believe that. Somehow they have difficulty believing that there are other governments in the world that handle healthcare better than we do. Somehow they can't believe that racism exists. Somehow they can't believe that it's systematic, right? But somehow they believe Tom Hanks is sitting up there with Rita eating newborn babies, right?
Adrenochrome.
So that's just interesting that people can take that, get that gold medal in mental gymnastics, But look, 2 + 2 equals what? 5 or 4? You tell me.
How many, Winston?
I don't know. I don't know.
Better.
It's 5, sir. I see 5. Okay, drop the mic on him. Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad, son. Y'all done got my boy hype. I ain't never seen him like that. I got him hype, man. He like, listen, bruh. You see this, but you don't see that. You see that, but you don't see this. That's it. I like that. I like that. You know what? Cut the check. That's right. That's right. And that's why they should cut the check, because lizards. And so if you cut the check for the black man, it'll hurt the lizards. There you go. That's right. There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, but you just brought up another conspiracy theory about cutting the check. Because according to the right, people that are in the streets get checks from George Soros.
I mean, people get checks from George Soros. He's a billionaire. He thought he's paying somebody. I mean, he's opened a business, right? He's a businessman. So he's paying somebody. See, I'm trying to be helpful. I got my hat on, man. I got my hat on.
The history of U.S. protest existed long before George Soros.
I feel you.
Is that hard to believe? Now, here's the thing. I did see an article about individuals that were paid for the January 6th jump off at the Capitol. And if anybody wants to take a chance and Google that, yes, there were people that were paid. I believe it was over $1 million.
What?
That went out. No, see, that's another conspiracy theory, right?
I don't know. I just made that up right now. I'm gonna spread that.
It's like all these Oath Keepers and Proud Boys talk about how they were going to run up on the
Proud
Capitol.
Boys there. I seen them. When Proud Boys roll, they roll deep.
And 3 percenters, right? So you had all these groups, right? Talking about how they're going to run up on the Capitol. Then they run up on the Capitol, and now they're saying, no, it was Antifa. Come on now. Either you're taking your country back because you think it was stolen from you, or Antifa was the only people with guts to go up in the Capitol.
Speaking of that, I will refer to one thing that Proud Boy head guy, the chairman dude, he did say. That he wanted to take the country back. The way you're supposed to. I always say, America is made on bloodless coups. This was just a bloodless coup. It's bloodless coup after bloodless coup after bloodless coup. That's awesome. That's what America's based on. You want to take it to the bed? Go vote. We've literally made the pen mightier than the sword. Because they ran up in there and nothing happened. But see, they should have took the Tea Party, man. The Tea Party showed you how it is. See, I give it to them. I don't agree with them totally on everything they did. You don't gotta do all that running in the street. I mean, BLM and the Proud Boys and Antifa and the Oathers and all them guys and Bob and Joe. All them guys can take a page out of those guys, though. I'll give them to that, because they're Tea Partiers. Agree with them or not, I can't stand Ted Cruz. Tea Party man. They got like 3 or 4 senators in there, some bunch of representatives. They're doing their thing. They did their thing. I mean, I don't know where they at now, but they galvanized. They got pissed off. They did it the right way, the American way. Go out there, vote. You know what I'm saying? Hell, California. I give California props. I mean, they're crazy, but if California don't like something, they'll all right, people, let's go, and they'll get a thing together, and they'll put up a Proposition 8, 12, 15, 35. They'll take a bear. They'll get rid of a stinking governor, bring him back, and then get rid of him again. All right, we try it again. You know, so you gotta give them that. They are forgiving. But I see nothing wrong with having ideas. I don't really see, with that said, I don't really see anything wrong with having ideas unless it gets bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, like, perfect example, I wouldn't say we should get rid of sports in America because most of the other countries will kill each other over a football game, soccer game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so we shouldn't bring that here and sometimes fisticuffs. No, it's American, so, And now, that doesn't mean that, there's not some Dan Aykroyd out there that'll go and kidnap a Damon Wayans for a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? But, it's not. We're not built for that. That's what's called the fringe. People keep forgetting the fringe. They keep saying the fringe. All right, the fringe is like not everybody. That means a little itty bitty particular part of other people. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're using this because they don't want anyone out of knock and stare. And so they're gonna take things that you don't think are correlating. Okay, so like here they bigging on QAnon and conspiracies. You get that out, next thing it'll be religions. Okay, I'm telling you, they're coming, and that's not no. Wait, this is America. You know what I'm saying? America, you do what you want. We got the Amish, Mormons, we got Moors, Templars, Hebrew Israelites, Hasidic Jews, and we got 100% capitalists too. All in the same country. We're all American. It's all a beautiful thing, yo. What do you got to say? Last words, bro. I'll give you the last word.
I mean, a majority of people in the United States aren't on the fringes. The thing about it is the majority of people, they just want to live a simple life, free of corruption. They want to live look, they just want their trash picked up. They want to live comfortably. They want to be able to
take 2 week vacations a year. See this,
exactly.
Watch the game on Sunday. Maybe see one Super Bowl in their lifetime. Go to Disney World every year.
Just 2 points I just wanted to bring up. We've gotten some distance from the days of the Tea Party, and the one thing that just to look back on is the Tea Party there was more to it.
I ain't gonna say there wasn't like a racial problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say there wasn't a racial undertone to it. I mean, like George Bush just spent mad bread, and then when the black guy wants to spend some money, we think getting taxed too much. I don't want to give that N-word my money. That's what I heard.
I mean, the Tea Party, there was a lot under there. It was race or immigration.
But who cares? They were effective though.
Well, here's the thing. And that's definitely debatable, right? But also remember during that time was also Occupy, right? And what people forget is Occupy was also effective. Now,
are there any Occupy senators?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It depends how you define success, right? But what Occupy did was it brought in, one of the famous chants. Well, I won't say famous, but one of the known chants during the Occupy movement is "We are the 99%." And what that did was it unified people of all racial backgrounds, religious backgrounds, sexual orientation. It brought people together to unify and focus on economic inequality, and that was unifying. I think that brought a lot of people together. It gave us a better understanding of what's happening with Wall Street, and people tuned in. And so there's that side of it. And the other thing I just want to bring up is there is an article. It happens to be the Philadelphia Inquirer. It says Trump campaign paid $2.7 million to organizers of rally that led to U.S. Capitol riot. Says the payments, which span Trump's re-election campaign, show an ongoing financial relationship between the rally's organizers and Trump's political operation. So when you want to talk about people getting paid to protest,
that was from the National Enquirer?
Yes, it's called Trump Campaign paid $2.7 million.
That is a major source, young millennials. I don't know if you millennials and Zers know about the National Enquirer. You seen Men in Black. Y'all were little.
No, the Philadelphia Inquirer. Don't even, not the National Enquirer, dog. You trying to make that a conspiracy theory about... I'm not reading that in the middle of an Acme and shop break. I'm talking about the Philadelphia Inquirer, man. That's history, man. Philly. That's all.
Well, hopefully Trump Jesus came and saved us from the lizards. It is the 4th. If you were in the future, there was a time where people looked like me, where it was just mammals walking around talking. Now we got reptiles and lizards and whatever the hell Mitch McConnell is. Help us. Help us, please. Peace. From the future. The future.
Adrenochrome?